CloudBerry Backup comes in many flavors, and in this demonstration I'm going to be covering the Pro version of the desktop edition. That's this one right here. Now, actually they also offer a freeware version. That's what's being displayed here on the screen, but the Pro version comes with a couple extra bells and whistles. Like instead of the 200 gigabytes of storage for the freeware version of desktop, the Pro version comes with a terabyte and has encryption and compression for added security and being able to squeeze even more files into that 1 terabyte storage limit. Now in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a Microsoft Azure account and connecting it to the Pro version of the CloudBerry Labs backup program. Now for this, we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need that Microsoft Azure account, and we're going to need to download and install either the free or Pro version of CloudBerry Labs backup program. Now the installation of CloudBerry Backup is pretty straightforward, so I've already done that. So next up is going to Microsoft to get our Azure account. By the way, you can do the same thing that I'm going to be showing you in this video with any of the other backup editions, because they all pretty much look the same as this one, but instead of getting an error message whenever you click on one of these options, if for example you own the server edition, also known as the bare metal edition, you'll get the pop-up welcome screen for that particular edition instead of this error message. But I'll come back to this here in just a second after we get our Microsoft Azure account set up. So let's head on over and get our azure account at Microsoft, and just type into your address bar azure.microsoft.com. That's azure.microsoft.com. That'll bring you to this page here, and you can learn all about Azure if you're not currently familiar with it by checking out the documentation and the pricing. And you do have a free 90-day trial, but you're still going to need to break out a credit card or some kind of a debit card. Now, if you don't have a credit card, don't sweat it. You can get one of those money cards or debit cards online or at your local Walmart. Just make sure that it has one of those credit card logos like MasterCard, Visa, or American Express logo on it. So once you've got that, go ahead and click on the Try for Free. It tells you a little bit more about it. Oh, and if you sign up for free right now, you get $200 to spend on all the Azure services. So we can go ahead and click on the Try It Now, or if you want to go ahead and buy it, go ahead and click on that link. And that's going to bring us to this page where we need to sign in with one of our Microsoft accounts. Now, if you don't have a Microsoft account, then you can click on this What's This link right up here, and that'll open up in another page, and you can either sign in or create your free Microsoft account right here. So I've already got one. I'm going to go ahead and log in now. And now I need to finish filling out this form with our name, phone number so they can contact us with a verification code, credit card, and then click on the agreement thing. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Then once you have all those details filled in, check the box next to I agree. Of course, if you want to read over all that stuff, and then click on the sign up button. And as your account is being created, they've got some tutorials here for you to learn more about the process. And as it says here, it can take up to 4 minutes. So this might be a good time to go get you a fresh beverage. Now then, I'm going to click on the Start Managing My Service. Then you can take the tour here if you want to learn more about the whole process. I'm going to go ahead and X out of this for now. Let me get this out of the way, because what I need is right here on storage. Go ahead and just click on that. And then up here, click on Create a Storage Account. And then this pops out, and I need to put a name in here for my storage account in the URL box. And as you can see here, the storage account name Azure is already taken. So this has to be a unique name throughout the entire Microsoft Azure network. And if you type something wrong in here, it's going to give you a little error message up here. Like for example, this one's saying that this name has already been taken. If you put in a capital letter, it's going to tell you that it can only contain lowercase letters and numbers. So you really can't go wrong. Then you want to choose the location or the region, and you've got several to choose from here. And if you want to learn more about this and what they are, then head on over to azure.microsoft.com/regions, and it'll bring you to this page here where you can learn more about the different regions and why one might be a better location than another for you. And I'm just going to stick with the default location that they give me. And then whenever you're done, come on down here and click on Create Storage Account. And up here under Status, it'll say Online as soon as it's ready. Shouldn't take too long. And now we're ready. Now down here at the very bottom, we're going to go ahead and click on Manage Access Keys. I'm going to go ahead and grab a blank text document. That way I can copy and paste my storage account name and the primary access key onto that blank text document, because I'm going to need this in a second in order to connect my Azure account to my CloudBerry Backup. Okay, and for now, we are done with Microsoft Azure. So let's head on over to our CloudBerry Backup program and come on up here to the top left, hit Add New Account, and then double click on Azure. Display name can be anything you want, and the Azure account name goes into the account box here, and the primary key goes in the shared key box here. Let's go ahead and do that. And whenever you're copying and pasting that primary key from Azure, you're going to make sure you get every little bit of it. Now with the container, at this point you probably don't have one, so you want to go ahead and create a new container. Otherwise, if you do, for some odd reason, then you want to go ahead and select the one you want to store all of your goodies in. Give it a name, and like when we were naming our account over there at Microsoft Azure, if you make a mistake in here, you're going to get an error message telling you what that mistake is. And then decide on the access control, and then click on OK. And then click on OK. And we're good. So at this point, we are done connecting our Azure account with our CloudBerry Backup. As you can see, a few other items have popped up since we've connected Azure with CloudBerry Backup. Now to get the backup set up, there's a couple of different ways we can do this. The easiest way is to come on up here to Files and let the wizard do all the work for us. Click on Next, and then select the account you want to use with this backup. And I'm kind of limited here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that one. And then click on Next. Plan name. You can name this whatever you want, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with the default that they populated in there for me, and then click on Next. Then select the backup mode that you want. And to learn more about the differences between the backup modes, go to clouberrylab.com, click on Search, enter backup mode in the search box, and then read through the results for the answers to your questions. But I'm going to go with simple mode and leave that checked. Specify the files or folders that I want to back up, and then click on Next. And as it says here, specify the file types to back up or which ones to skip. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with all of them. And if you want to enable the compression, go ahead and check that box. Click on Next. If you chose the advanced mode instead of the simple mode like I did, then you can make adjustments to the version retention policy, but in both the advanced and the simple mode, you have the ability here to delete the files on your Azure account that have been deleted on your computer by simply checking this box. And you get this little warning that pops up here, and then click on Next. And you can automate this by selecting a specific date or just run it manually. Click on Next. And here you can configure things so that you'll receive an email whether the backup finishes or fails. And to learn more about this feature, go ahead and hit up that search box over at clouberrylab.com. Whenever you're done, click on Next, and then you get the summary. Again, click on Next to create the plan. And that's it. If you want to go ahead and run the backup now, check that box, click on Finish. And that's how simple it is to connect and use your Microsoft Azure account with CloudBerry Backup. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.